and scope is a Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 5 to 25 by 50. Dit moet klaar is. Okay, last keer.
Jy moet so gaan.
Ja.
Die gauges.
Ja, ek sal moet so.
Okay. Hi guys, we are the Airgun Slug Slingers. I'm Johan.
And I'm Mike. We decided to include a short introduction of ourselves and our guns. I'm going to be shooting mostly FX Maverick in .22 with a power kit and adjustable pin probe. The liner that's in here at this moment is a Slug Liner A, 1 in 15.7 measured. Scope is a Vortex Viper PST Gen 2 5 to 25 by 50, very tough scope, it's been through a lot. Yes, I've also got digital gauges and yeah, adjustable rear rest.
Yes, and this is my setup, FX Crown Continuum. I customized the stock and painted myself. The barrel I'm using the liner is a 1 to 24 twist superior liner. And I also got a power kit, an adjustable probe, and my scope is Element Helix, Element Optics Helix, and that's about it. Mike, tell us about another trick. Man.
Tips and tricks. Okay, one tip I can give you is digital gauges. If you can fit them, especially on the regulator side, you can see exactly at what pressure you're releasing your slug. It relates to speed, so release each slug at the correct speed, you will get better grooves. Especially if you know what you actually release your slugs at. Digital gauge is the way to go. What else? Yes, digital gauge on the main air, the bottle pressure is also very important. It makes a difference, believe me, I've tested. And at lower main air bottle pressures, you get different speeds, even when the regulator shows exactly the same. But yes, trial and error. There's a happy medium pressure where you can get maybe quite a lot of shots, but at exactly the same speeds. Maybe with a spread of 4 feet per second, 10 shots. That makes a big difference. Another trick, tip?
Yes, a trick or tip. What I've done here, the Crown Continuum came out with 3 of the spaces, and I made a few more. So I've got about, on this liner, I've got about 7 of the spaces on my barrel. And the trick I do is barrel tuning. So the front one, I just move it back a bit and forward a bit, just to get a much tighter grouping. And I can assure you, it do a lot of for accuracy. Yes, Mike, you can.
Okay, another tip.
Another tip or trick.
Another tip. Sitting net. Sitting net. Okay. Well,
very important.
Very important. Well, long story short, let's recap maybe, and then what we do. We start at say 30 meters. That's 32 yards. We want one hole. It might be a ragged hole, but it must be very tight at 30 meters. And then if it's not, the first thing you should do, in our experience, we've shot many thousands of slugs, many brands. First thing you do, seating depth. Adjust your pellet probe, shallower or deeper, until you get the tightest groove possible. If you can't get it tighter, the second thing you should do is barrel tuning, like Johanna said. Now, this specific gun comes with its liner housing, comes with 3 O-rings. I've added many extra. But like same as Johan, on my gun, the last two I changed closer and further away from the muzzle. Makes a big difference. So the second thing, barrel tuning, get that group even tighter. If you cannot get it tighter, the thing is, in our experience, you gotta have one hole, maybe a ragged hole at 30 meters, 32 yards. You gotta have that. Otherwise, you can't go to further distances. It just doesn't make sense. And
the regulator itself for the speed difference.
yes, well, basically, if you don't have a adjustable gun like the FXs, most of the FXs is very adjustable, then you're going to have to play with your pellet throw. Let's say we own many Artemises, not many, but we've got different Artemis, M16, M11, we've got Hartsans. So you can play with your seating depth. That's one thing you can play with. And of course the speed in the sense of hammer spring tension. You got to play with that in the cheaper guns. Of course, they're not very reliable, so they need a little bit of tweaking to get them to shoot well and to be consistent. But with the FXs, for instance, seating depth is, as I said, the number one thing to do. So first of all, shoot a bullet, recap. First of all, shoot a bullet as fast as you can. Of course, not supersonic, because you want to shoot slugs to buck the wind better. So you got to shoot it as fast as possible. One group, one hole, 30 meters, at least 10 shots. And then, if you can't get it tighter, play with your barrel tuning. That's at the fastest speed you can, without it being supersonic. If you want it supersonic, you can do that also. But so barrel tuning is the second thing. And then if you're lucky and it's a tight group, then you gotta adjust your hammer spring tension for different speeds. Try to get at least another 2 settings, slower speeds, where it also groups one hole, 30 meters.
And take it further then.
And then you take it further, because you don't know if you've got gyroscopic precession. So the only way you're going to see that is when you've got gyroscopic precession, you've got a 1 MOA 100 yards, 1 MOA, 1 inch, 100 yards. Then you might find at 25 yards, or at least at 50 yards, it's going to be hitting at a different spot. It's going to be grouping at a different spot because of the gyroscopic precession.
It will group if the same turn every time. It will group that side about 100 meters. It will group this side.
Yeah. So if you've got a
problem.
Yeah. If you've got a big issue with your gun, it's going to be all over the show. If you've only got maybe you're shooting too fast or too slow, then you would find at 50 meters it's grouping nicely. But at 75 meters, it's grouping differently. So they're not grouping where you're aiming. They got to group 50 meters, 100 meters, 150, 200 meters.
Same.
Even 300 meters, it's got to group basically, I would say 3 MA. But the thing is, yes, if you've done all that, you cannot, and you've got an FX, then try another liner. Different liner. I've ended up with slug liner A, for instance, this one. I'll be testing many other slugs. If I can't get them to group with this liner, I'll be using superior, heavy, or whatever. But yes, I think we've covered the tips and tricks for now. We might add more. Any tips and any suggestions would be appreciated.
Comment for us. We can see what we can do. Yes. You can tell us maybe more about the video we're gonna release on the Infernos. We're busy most with the Infernos.
Yes, we have. As you might have seen on a video we've released, Johan was shooting with the Airgun Continuum with the superior liner he has.
On the 27, it's a 27 grain 218. Yes, the cup base, yes.
The cup base.
Yeah.
Let's include it into the video.
Yes, we can put it in.
So Johan is already tested and hunted with this 27 grain hollow point cow base in pellet slug. It grew very well at 30 meters, then we tested further distances, grew everywhere very well. And that is it.
Yeah, we're gonna do the review, and if we finished, it's gonna be released next week Friday.
Yes, I'm halfway through testing this 31 grain hollow point rebaited bowtail. If I can get this into focus. There we go. Doing some hunting.
Put it at the end of the
Footage.
clip, yes. So guys, I think that's all for now. I hope you guys enjoy it and it was useful for you guys. So yes, then we will release the video, and please subscribe so we can get some subscribers, and then we can release more videos. Thanks, Mike.
Thank you.